We're on, bitches.
Oh, I'm coming in heated.
What up, mother pluckers?
You know who this is?
Welcome back to Night Trap Podcast. Well, this is Pop Trap, as always, with Mr. Sucio over here. And today we're doing a pre-Christmas episode.
Wait up. Why don't you tell them who you is?
Well, I'm the creep. Everybody knows me.
Everybody knows
I don't need
you.
no introduction.
We're coming in blasting.
It's
today.
a little cold. I mean, you're coming in blasting, not me.
Tell them why you're.
I'm okay.
We're gonna have a real heated situation going on.
Before anything, I wanna let them know that this is our pre-Christmas. We're gonna talk about our favorite and I guess the ones our least favorite Christmas things. And I'm gonna say things because it could be like Christmas specials, Christmas movies. Maybe not the horror movies because we already talked about that. They're
gonna slip in there.
In the later episode, yeah, they'll probably
go. But some of the biggest horror is based in reality, and some Christmassy stuff is the worst of all time. Like, look at this thing in the background. It's public domain because nobody wants it.
No, I think it's public domain because it's over 50 years old. That's when it becomes public domain.
Well, anyways, welcome to the podcast, baby. It's Sucio, aka Cerberus, aka Kobika-chan.
So welcome. We're gonna be talking. We already filmed our Christmas episode with the witch, with Dr. Porn,
with all the homies, all the heads came
with
through
Sucio
the table.
And with me.
Everybody was there.
Where we opened our Christmas gifts.
We yelled at each other.
You'll get to see. I think we had a good time. We were getting crunk.
We were getting blasted.
So this would be a week before that, and then the Christmas episode will go on next Wednesday, which is
we gave
Christmas.
each other presents, and that was fun. Anyways, we're talking about that. I guess the spirit of Christmas, as we like to call it, all thousands of years ago, before a time. No, anyway, that's actually Aqua Teen. I love.
So starting this,
the robot from the future past, from Aqua Teen Hunger Force. That's one of my favorite Christmassy shits ever. With Santa of Claus, the giant ape that threw excrement at the elves that landed. To me, Christmas has taken so many different iterations.
Well, we talked about on the other one. I mean, I don't want to go back into it, but the Xmas Futurama.
Yes.
I think that one's one of my favorite Santa Claus because he's just a murderous
evil
robot.
I think when Santa's evil, we all kind of dig it because I don't know if you've seen
robot.
Have you seen Rare Exports?
Yes.
So to me, although it's not necessarily a Christmas movie,
I think it pretty much is a Christmas movie.
Well, he's a demon. So in Rare Exports, it's a Swedish film.
You know what everybody loves right now too? Krampus. And that's the thing that came back just because of the movie.
No, I think last year was the Krampus craze.
Yeah, but right now everybody's all crazy with the pops, with the fucking shirts.
Where was the first time you saw the Krampus?
I heard of the stories and that, but there wasn't any merch and shit. And kids weren't talking about it like my kid is all going into, and she's like, oh, look, they have Krampus. And I was like, when I was a kid, I never fucking cared about Krampus. Now it's like this huge thing.
Okay, what was the Halloween, the Christmas killer? What was the Christmas killer that we knew, that we grew up with? Who was associated with
Chabelo. No, I'm just kidding.
I remember Chucky, right? Chucky was given for Christmas.
I was like, I can tell you're already pissed.
I'm fucking getting angry. I came in angry. His mask smells like cheese snacks. You don't even know what the fuck we experienced in the last Pop Trap. Go back to the snack one. We're over here dying.
You were loving all those snacks.
No, I only like one of them. It's because my blood sugar got low. Anyways, so
well, if you get hungry,
it's the Krampus.
Don't be angry, Sucio.
You made me lose my train of thought. Stop.
Are you going Super Saiyan?
Rare Exports. So, Rare Exports. Santa was a demon. We all appreciate the weird things of it. But the first time I remember seeing Krampus in something was Venture Brothers. When they had their Christmas up in the first season. And the Krampus came out and started whipping fools because everybody was fucked
I think
up.
there was cartoons and shit about Krampus. I remember him from somewhere because I had heard of him when I was a kid.
Yeah.
But to me it was never to me it was one of those those fucking stories that they just tell you and you're like, yeah, this is
Then the only other time I heard of the Krampus was in a Batman story where him and the gargoyle looking fool, the yellow guy, I don't even remember him. The warlock dude, whatever. they had like a Christmas story, and like oh, the demon Krampus rules this area. And I remember reading it, and I'd be like, the Krampus.
Well, kids right now are fucking into, because the movie was, I think it's like PG-13 or some shit.
So do you think Christmas is getting more non-traditional every single year?
I don't know. I think there's still a lot of Christians and a lot of like, you know, like really religious people that keep it on that shit. But I mean, to me, maybe to us and shit, the ones that are growing up a little bit more open.
What is that? I'm all high. What the fuck is that?
A lot of bit,
well, that's a dude.
A lot of bit more open. I think that we're the ones like doing all this weird shit with Christmas now, where we're just like, yeah, let's celebrate it.
Well, I mean, we grew up with the changing of Christmas, where what is the beginning of Christmas movies?
I grew up. I guess it's Roman Catholic, with just the Mexican religion.
It's a Wonderful Life,
and so the way
But Mexican Christmas is different from American Christmas.
Yeah, no, because American Christmas is Christian. It's not Roman Catholic, first of all. So what we did was we went to church on fucking the 24th. Whenever you could go. We went to church, came back, we had dinner at 12 at night. We had dinner.
During the coldest night.
And then we would go to sleep, and the next day we would open the presents. In the morning, we would open all the presents.
So you tell me you're anti-opening presents the day before?
No, now we do that. But it's because we're like, well, we don't give a shit.
Not alive anymore.
No, and because like, the kids are like, oh, I want to open my presents. Fucking go ahead then.
Why don't you let them open one?
Who cares? No, dude, you know you let them open one. I was like, do you have kids? You let them open one, they're gonna fucking go crazy, because like if it's something disappointing, they'll be like, I don't want.
That's why you set them up with the bad one.
I was like, you son of a bitch. And then my daughter, we have videos of my daughter getting what she wanted for Christmas, and she never has a reaction. We have one where she just fucking goes. I was like hiding, like fucking recording her, and she just like stares at the gift, dude. And we're like, do something, and she's just like.
Well, let me tell you some real story,
like,
and I may have told you this before. My mom would send me to the therapist because I really wouldn't talk to people. And I remember my mom sent me to 3 different
And now
therapists,
here you are.
And I'm talking like
podcasting.
I'm talking like a motherfucker. But the therapist literally told her, each one of them, that's just the way he is. He's just a quiet person. And I remember telling my mom, like, yo, leave me the fuck alone. Like, nothing happened to me. She thought I was just like somebody molested me.
You got touched.
And they were like, she's just a quiet kid. Leave him the fuck alone.
So
coming from a quiet kid, I know how that is.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm really bad at taking compliments.
My daughter,
I'm really bad at getting presents. I'm really bad at taking awards and things.
Oh no, my daughter, she'll fucking get your compliment and then overdo it. Because you'll be like, oh, you look pretty. I know. Oh yeah? Fuck, you know what? You look like shit. Now, I mean, they're kids, whatever. Yeah, like they're kids, whatever.
Too young to be coming up like that.
And she like fucking talks and talks. Like, the only way that I can get her to stop talking is just like not answer. I was like, I sound like a bad parent just ignoring her. It's like, yeah, alright.
No, well, cool. I think it's different when you're.
That's cool.
When you're stuck with somebody 24 hours a day.
No,
it's a whole different story.
It's because I have her. Yeah, I'm the one that has her.
Yeah.
Most of the time. But anyway,
she's a home daddy.
She's a good kid. It's just, sometimes you can only take so much of the same fucking story. Like,
and then you give her Christmas presents and she doesn't even react.
Yeah, that's how, like, God damn it, man. Like, are you serious?
I think I just fucked Christmas up for you. Sorry, girl.
I see. I was like, it's fine, dude.
Well, okay. I don't know. To me, Christmas was always weird because either I was with my mom's or I was with my grandma, and it was always such a different experience, Because I remember going to play people's houses, and Christmas, even up until I got older, was a party night. That wasn't like silence and like, oh, we're gonna eat and have fun. It was just like everybody's in from out of town. People are partying, like, you got people coming presents, dropping off, coming in the night, having a shot, leaving. Like, it was such a week, because we used to have a really big family. Now that I got older, I realized my dad would get the snake tequila, pinche vibura, like I remember my dad had a homie, El Indio, because everybody's dad has a homie fucking named Indio. And we were just hanging out, and he took off And my dad's like, oh, he does that. And he came back and he had a dead snake. He's like, I'm gonna make the tequila for you. And I was like, okay, cool. Like, you know, he's gonna have a fucking thing, like a little wrap, the skin. You know, the skin made into like a little thing for tequila, like a little bag, because he had all this fucking handmade shit. He was dope. Like, I remember, shout out, I mean, he passed away, but anyways, so he comes back the next year. I didn't see him for a whole fucking year. And the bottle, he has a bottle with a fucking snake in it, and it's full of tequila. He's like, this is the blessing. Here you go. So for years and years and years, we drank that fucking bottle on Christmas because it's La Víbora. And I haven't drank from that bottle in a minute because I kind of not drinking, but whatever. Anyways,
kind of
La Víbora. So yeah,
here, when we have
to me, Christmas was about party. I got older. Fucking dudes next door, fucking banging on the door saying that we're partying tonight. Like, no, dude. To me, it's about hanging out with your friends, with people who you consider family, having some drinks, making sure nobody's out drunk driving.
We like I mean, like, what I like now is that, like, all of us, like, well, we're around, you know, 20s and 30s, all the ones that we're growing up, you know, like, the ones that we're, like, the adults now, I guess.
Yeah.
And then, like, you know, like, I guess our moms and they're, like, the older, so they're the ones that are always like, oh, well, let's go to sleep, like, early and shit, you know, and then we don't stay and party, like, all night, like, when we were fucking teenagers or whatever.
Yeah.
But, like, now what we like to do is, like, oh, let's play some board games, you know, let's fucking just, like, talk and shit, let's, like, you know, tell our experiences and drink a little bit and shit.
Well, that's also when the party starts going sour, because everybody starts bringing up old shit.
No, well, with us, like, now if that shit happens, we pretty much just, like,
straight up, I saw somebody get stabbed.
We fucking break it down. We're like, if somebody's getting, like, shitty like that, we're just like, you know what, like either we're going or
what?
Because I don't want to because I remember when I was a kid, my mom used to bring her brothers and sisters and shit because it was a big family too. Yeah. And then the kids, we were all playing Super Nintendo or whatever, and upstairs in Juarez. And then, like, you would hear them, like, fucking partying and shit and talking and having a good time and singing. And then you would hear them fucking fighting and shit, like, throwing shit. And then you would hear them laughing. And you'd be like, what the fuck is wrong with these people? And I don't want that shit to happen to us. Like, I don't want, like, it sucks, dude, because they would say, like, terrible shit to each other.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't want to be like that. Like, if you're going to say something terrible, I'm fucking out because I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. I think, like, all people,
we have really great Christmases and we have really shitty ones.
Yeah, and I mean, now we're a little bit more chill. We drink, but we don't get, like, drunk.
I don't know. I remember the party is blasting like a motherfucker. And I just feel like that's and we weren't the only house on the block. You know, I remember living in apartments and everybody in the apartments either was too poor to have Christmas and had no lights on their shit, or, you know, people were coming in from Mexico and, like, you had, like, 10 heads living in a public housing. I was just like, yo, those people are partying over there for sure.
That's like all the Mexicans. I think that's the thing over here in El Paso. You know, in Mexico, it's more of, like, you know, that clashing of the two cultures.
I don't know, but then when I was on the road, right, like, I was on the road. I was working through December. I was working through Thanksgiving. I was out of town for the holidays, and people would invite you to places. And I mean, I remember in Tulsa, Oklahoma, that was actually one of the funnest Christmases I had, hanging out with, like, the regional family and, like, his family and stuff. He had a huge extended family, and I mean, it was fun because it was such a mix of people from over there. I spent Christmas in Phoenix. I spent Christmas in Phoenix because I had to work some Auto Trend car show in, like, the beginning of December, and then by the end of it, I left the month. But I remember being like, man, like, Phoenix is different when it comes to Christmas. Like, obviously because it's not cold as shit, so people are walking around and it's like Christmassy, but it's like super nice, 70 degrees. So I think the cold weather brings people together, and it forces you to be, like, with your family, but you cause a lot of fights because you're stuck. Like, you know, you're talking about how you're stuck with your daughter a long period of time, and it's like you're stuck with these motherfuckers that you don't see all year, and now they're gonna live in your house. And, you know, I have some bad Christmas, I have some good Christmases, but really,
don't be mad, bro.
Fuck Christmas, dog.
I like Christmas. Really, I like Christmas because
I'm more about a New Year's guy.
Because I love. The truth is, I like Christmas. It's the same as I get into the movies and Halloween too, but because of the movies, the cookies, the cooking, the food, the fucking playing board games and shit. Like, this is our time to, spend together, have some laughs and shit. Karaoke, dude. We do all that shit. And I really love that. With my daughter, I like pulling out old Christmas movies that I used to love and showing her. And then all of a sudden, they're her favorite,
Mm.
And we have a Christmas tradition in our house now that I created. Because everybody has their traditional Christmas movies, Home Alone, Miracle on 34th Street.
We're gonna get into it now.
Yes, a Christmas Story. They have all these, even Christmas Vacation, which is a great movie. But my Christmas tradition that I started with my daughter is Jingle All the Way.
Jingle All the Way.
That's probably one of my favorite Christmas
Cardboard Mom.
movies. I know that everybody's like, come on, man, like, that's cheesy. That's one of, like, Arnold's worst movies or whatever.
No, I don't.
I don't care. I think it's funny. I think it really encapsulates what Christmas was to us,
In the 90s.
turning into
In 95.
into tweens, into fucking teenagers.
Yeah.
Almost they're almost like, being 12, 13.
Well,
Because that's when the whole fucking Tickle Me Elmo, all that thing started.
That's what I was gonna say. I think that movie really encapsulates two things. It encapsulates funny Arnold Schwarzenegger, right? You put him up against Sinbad, and
The
it's gonna
best
be funny.
When Sinbad was like at his peak.
Yeah, and so you get people who aren't traditionally funny because Sinbad can be irksome, and Arnold Schwarzenegger can't be funny all the time. You don't take him serious. But the second thing really was that
And Phil Hartman, bro.
I remember the 80s, and I remember the 90s, and I remember people fighting for Cabbage
toys.
Patch dolls. And I remember it, and you watch that movie, and it took it to an extreme. And I was like,
Well,
it's ridiculous. This fool dressed up, and all. It's
They
great.
still do, dude.
That's
Come on,
great.
like Hatchimals. That was like 2 years ago or 3 years ago.
Yeah.
The Nintendo Mini, dude.
I think it became more video games, no? Like
The Nintendo Mini was the last thing that I remember. Everybody was like going fucking crazy over.
It was a $50 thing.
Doing it was 80, I think, but it was like doing lines and shit. Like, I'm not doing lines, like doing like getting in line for hours,
sure.
camping out and shit. Like, that was the last one, which is weird because we're in the age of the internet where you can just click buy now and get it at your door. It's fucking weird. But
Well, I think that was a retro nostalgia thing where it added to. Oh, you have a Christmas picture when you're a little kid with the giant Nintendo box, and then you have a picture when you're 30, and you have the little baby. Even the box was like this big, right? Like
well,
the
that's
box-
cool. I think that the 30-year-olds like me, 30-something-year-olds, remember those times, Like, that's why I bought it, because I was like, ah, fuck. And now I have, because I hacked it. Sorry, Nintendo, but I have all the games on that thing. So I have all Nintendo games there that I get to experience. The ones that I didn't play when I was a kid, and the ones that I fucking... Sometimes I'm like remembering, and I'm like, oh shit, Bucky O'Hare. I remember that shit.
I love Bucky O'Hare.
And then like play the video game, and it was an awesome
Yojimbo
video
Usagi.
game. So it's like, I don't know,
Bucky
like...
O'Hare had the sickest intro.
But Jingle All the Way, I think it's one of, for me, and for my daughter right now, is our Christmas tradition movie that we watch all the time. There's a great movie that just come out last year or 2 years ago with Kurt Russell, Netflix original. And I forgot the name of it. I don't know if you can pull it
Snake Goes to Christmas.
out. Pretty much, Snake Plissken. But that movie is great. It's a great Christmas movie, man. And that movie should be a classic movie. But I don't think it's gonna be because it's a Netflix movie. And like, it lives on Netflix. So, but it's a great fucking movie.
The Christmas Chronicles.
Yes, that movie's awesome. Have you seen it, dude?
No, I have not.
Watch it, dude. Yeah, if you like Kurt Russell, dude, this movie is fucking an amazing Christmas movie.
Why? Is it he's actually Santa Claus?
He's Santa Claus, dude. It's about these kids that don't believe in Santa Claus. It's a teenager and the sister, the little sister, and
they send Escape from.
No,
from the
Santa
North
fucking
Pole?
fucking falls off the sky because the fucking sleigh just like crashed or whatever, and they need to help Santa, but they don't believe he's Santa. They're like, you're not fucking Santa. Like, are you like crazy? You're an idiot or whatever. It's a great movie, dude. Watch it, dude. For real. I don't even want to spoil it for you. but it's a great.
Why would you
movie.
spoil it? Does it have that much of a?
It has a lot of things that happen in between. It's just that one night. It's just Christmas night. That's all. He just has to survive. There's shit where they're like shooting at him because they think he's this crazy man saying that he's Santa Claus. But
you know what? Okay, let me tell you my Christmassy thing.
You're like, I fucking
because I think Kurt Russell as Santa doesn't sound that far fetched.
No, he looks perfect as Santa.
You know, and you're looking at it.
Look at a picture of it.
But you know, obviously I pulled up a thing, and I'll tell you what I don't like. I don't like Elf. I never got the gist of that one.
I think Elf is a little.
Nobody ever made me laugh. Like, I mean, I get it's nice and sweet, but it's not.
I think there are things that are endearing of that movie. I think the whole him being innocent and all that shit. Yeah, I can get how some people like that because I don't know. It's a little endearing, you know, like that. Like, oh, it's this, you know, elf that he's not an elf. He's a human. That, like, you know, grew up with elves, I guess.
But look, so to me it was like obviously the beginning, and it's like It's a Wonderful Life and A Christmas Story. Everybody loves those shits, right? But to me it was always National Lampoon's
Vacation,
Christmas Vacation, and Scrooged.
Scrooge is fucking amazing.
Real Christmas movies that I remember watching as a kid, and maybe understanding Christmas more because of them.
Is amazing.
It wasn't Christmas Story, I'll tell you that much. Christmas Story is something else.
I think, look, let's get into the Christmas Story just because I got into, like, with a lot of people on Facebook. I think I went a little overboard by saying that it was, like, fucking terrible and shit. I think I wanted to, like, trigger people, but I didn't see whatever, you do that shit. I didn't see A Christmas Story until, like, 2 years ago.
Okay.
That was the first time I saw it. So imagine that. That's 30 plus years of hype for A Christmas Story.
You just don't like it when people tell you things.
No, that's not about that. But dude, this is.
Where's those rap snacks, dog?
It's too fucking. It was too hype. Everybody was telling me, dude, Ralphie, and I kept seeing everywhere. You know, the leg. I knew parts of it because they're part of, you know, pop culture. That like the whole fragile thing. You know, like I knew parts of it. But when I watched it, I was like, this movie's fine. Like, to me, it wasn't like a fucking classic and shit. My wife did. She was like, yeah, that was a great movie. But I don't think it connected with me because, first of all that shit that happens in that movie is like old, dude. Like, I can't relate to it, dude. Like, I never wanted a fucking
1940s
BB gun rifle
off the radio.
Like, all these things were and then, like, you know, yeah, I guess, like, all the eating Chinese food, you know, like, because they fucking ruined the...
I still do that to this day. Let me tell you what my real Christmas thing is. I get Chinese, Jewish Christmas, which is you go get Peking duck from the Chinese spot and you don't have to cook. Because I love tamales, I love everything else, but this is the thing with A Christmas Story. I think it had a lot of old stereotypes. You know, you had a lot of, like, the dad that's angry, you know, the mom.
Well, this is the first time that it went kind of unconventional, no?
I think it was supposed to be like a joke, burlesque, but it wasn't a bad one. And I think that's why it was, because it was true, you know, it's Christmas, like, the furnace messes up, and then the turkey, and then somebody gets, like...
Well, they were trying to make it gets into, like, a more real thing, where it's, like, not everything goes perfect on Christmas.
Well, I feel like that was that style, where it was a documentary style where the dude was narrating, and you know he was an omnipresent narrator. Like,
to me, it wasn't bad. I'm not gonna fucking say like, oh, this was a 0 out of 10. Like, nah, dude. Like,
but to me, okay, it was like,
I get it. It's like, to me, it's like a 7, dude. Like a 7 out of 10.
Well, I think those are time, and this is the thing with Christmas. Is Christmas can really deal with eras of time, exactly where it's like. Let's take Scrooge, right? That's 80s, gluttony.
Well, and it's a retelling.
And it's a retelling of a classic story, obviously, A Christmas Carol, where everybody says it's a Wonderful Life. Wonderful Life technically isn't about Christmas. Wonderful Life is about a man who wants to kill himself.
But it was on Christmas. It happened on Christmas.
And let me be honest with you. The song My Favorite Things, is not a Christmas song either. It's a man listing his favorite things, and some of them are Christmassy.
I thought it was Ariana Grande. I just...
No, but I'm saying,
well, she got sued for that shit.
She got sued the shit out of that fuck. We thank her. Fuck that.
She gets. I think she. I think they. The people get 75% of the money.
Let's play that song right now, baby.
But I mean, I get it. Like I mean, it's
wait,
like,
let me be before we go on. I'm fucking so glad that this year we're not being attacked by that Mariah Carey song.
dude, I don't care. I love Mariah Carey.
Fuck no, dude. That song all
no,
day,
maybe not that
night,
song, but she's hot.
All day, all night. She was hot for a brief second.
No,
now she's a really scary, mean lady.
I think she's hot. I don't care about how her personality is. I don't give a shit. I don't have to deal with her.
That's what I find the hardest in a woman.
I don't have to deal with her, dude. What the fuck? I mean, if I had to deal with her, that'd be different. But
I don't know.
anyways, we'll talk about songs in a little bit. But Die Hard, Christmas movie, yes or no?
Is it a Christmas movie?
I think it is. Because I think that you could watch it and
okay, well, is Gremlins a Christmas movie?
yes, it is.
Okay, then if you say Gremlins is a Christmas movie,
Gremlins is totally a Christmas movie. Come on, man.
Die Hard is a Christmas
Die Hard. I think that after you watch that movie, you see the snow at the end and all that shit in the Christmas. Come on, you feel the Christmas mood, right?
I feel like it's you can have a Christmas movie because the template is
If it's
a classic.
set during and
it's
then,
a sacred time where everybody like walking to the store is fucking difficult because it's 3 feet of snow. Like there's things where like Fargo. Is Fargo a Christmas movie?
I mean,
it's a Christmas time.
yeah, but that was like really dark, though.
But it's okay. Well, yeah, it's Christmassy because they acknowledge the Christmas. They say this, well, it's the time of year that this.
I think it's just like really dark, though.
So,
like,
I mean,
that's a fucked up movie, man.
Then I guess that's why It's a Wonderful Life is a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
Although it's not a Christmas movie, it's a movie around Christmas time.
What about Muppet Christmas Carol?
What about it? That's fantastic.
Is that a classic?
I like.
I love Muppet Christmas Carol.
There's a lot of really great
even the Mickey Mouse
Christmassy
one.
things.
And they're all a Christmas Carol.
The Mickey Mouse one was fucked up though.
It's a
that
good
one was because the bird was this big and there's like 10 people like.
It's with Scrooge McDuck. It's Scrooge McDuck, right? The Scrooge.
Yeah, he was the Scrooge. He was Scrooge.
Yeah, that was I like all those, dude. What are your thoughts though on A Nightmare Before Christmas? Because overrated.
Look, I grew up in that time when that movie came out.
Me too. I saw it in 3D later on.
And let's be real, like when I was in middle school, that was either the movie to see, or you didn't know anything about it. It was like a flash in the theater.
Well, it was on VHS still and shit.
And then it was and I think back in those times, it really was. It was like us. We had to force people to watch things.
I love.
How many times have you had to force somebody to watch something?
Not a lot, because like my wife is one of those, like, I don't take any shit from anybody, so I can't force her to do shit, dude. So I don't have a lot of options. I can only grab my kid and like watch this shit. But like if she's bored the first 5 minutes, that's it, dude. So I have to find entertaining shit that's like right away, dude. Right away.
Why? What does your wife adhere to? What is she? What is she like? Comedies? Or really scary shit or what?
No, like my wife. I mean, my wife is like really girly, so she'll like not romantic comedies, but like she'll like a lot of like the empowered women shit right now, which is cool. I like that.
Love Actually is a Christmas movie.
Live Actually is a good one. I think that one's good. But and it really has a lot of like memorable things. Fucking Rick Grimes with his fucking like messages around the like. It's a little fucked up there though too.
I'm trying to remember Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Cheating shit. No, that one's in summer.
The After is the Christmas.
They go to
the vampire musical is during Christmas.
They go to like fucking to Hawaii. I think it's in Hawaii.
Yeah.
But Nightmare. When I saw it as a kid, I loved it. I think the perfect thing about Nightmare, dude, is that it's like, I think it's like I think it's like really over an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not an hour and a half. I think it's like an hour and 15 or even less, dude. Which is perfect. Like you watch it, you're done with it in an hour, dude, and that's it. You don't have to like, fucking sit there and be like, oh man, like, when is this movie gonna end and shit. Like, I think that was the perfect time for a movie. That's how movies used to be. Now they have to be like these 3-hour fucking You know, like...
Well, I don't know. So then, okay, we're talking Tim Burton. Do you think Edward Scissorhands is a Christmas movie?
I think that one goes through different times, though.
It does go through different times, but I would say the last big part of the movie is like maybe
I feel like
45 minutes of
like almost like most of Tim Burton movies could be either Halloween or which is Nightmare Before Christmas is not a Tim Burton movie.
Because even then, didn't he make Charlie and the Chocolate Factory Christmas?
Did he?
Yeah, because the
I didn't really even.
The
last part.
Willy Wonka was.
I didn't even really like that one because
he had a memory about Christmas.
But that's only because I love Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. I don't know. Like I grew up with that, and then look, my wife likes Charlie and the Chocolate more than Willy Wonka because she saw Charlie first, and then she saw Willy Wonka, and she's just like, I was like, I don't know. You have to put your mind into the time that it was made. You know, you can't like fucking expect like a CGI fest in the 70s. You know?
I just know that okay. To me, Nightmare Before Christmas is a red flag.
When are you gonna get fucking happy, bro?
It's a red flag, my guy. Like, if you go into a chick's house, look at that robot, doc.
It's overrated.
Look at that robot's fighting these guys, homie.
Look, dude, it's overrated. I think it's overrated.
Why?
But
I don't like musicals. I'm not a musical guy. I just saw the original Sweeney Todd from, like, Angela Lansbury is in it, and it's like the original one, right?
You don't like Repo?
The Genetic Opera?
Yeah, dude.
I hate musicals.
I love musicals.
It's rare that I like a musical.
What about, have you seen Book of Mormon?
It's alright. It's cool.
Oh, I love
It's like Hamilton, too. Like
no, Hamilton sucks compared to
it's
Book
like
of
just
Mormon.
Rapping and stuff. Look, Cats.
Book of Mormon is no rapping.
Cats is a musical.
Yeah, no, but Cats, all those are old. I like old musicals
Phantom
too.
of the Opera.
I like Phantom of the Opera. I like Wicked. Wicked is like really good, dude.
Wicked was good.
Book of Mormon was one of the best.
I don't prefer it, and if somebody puts on a musical, I'm probably not.
We saw The Lion King, and The Lion King wasn't as great as people made it. This is because, like, after watching the movie when you're a kid too, this is like, yeah, this is not good. But it has some cool moments. But I think a Nightmare Before Christmas, I think is a cool movie, and you can't take away what they did at the moment just because it's overrated now. You know? I'm not saying you have to like it, but at least don't take away from the fucking artist, you know, that did this shit because, like, a bunch of kids just, like, took it and, like, overdid it, you know? Like, don't fucking overdo it.
It's like, well, it's the whole Cardi B Lizzo thing. We were talking about this in the previous episode where it's like the mindset prevails itself.
Yeah.
And we're not...
But I'm not gonna let people ruin it for me, you know? And it's cool. Like,
You've said people ruin things for you all the time.
They do, like, when they overhype, but, like, you can't...
Fuck Christmas, dog.
You can't come and change me, you know?
So is that a Halloween movie or a Christmas movie?
It's both, bro. That's the great thing
about it. Just pick one, dude.
No, you can't pick one. Why do you have to pick one?
Why does it gotta be Rise of the Guardians?
Can you watch it during Halloween?
Can
you watch it during Halloween?
I don't know.
Yes, you can. Can you watch it during Christmas?
I can't even muster to sit down and watch it, my guy.
No, I love it. I'm not gonna try.
I can't even pretend like I've sat down and watched that movie in the last 15 years.
I own it like 3 times.
I've seen chunks of it since then, the first time I watched it, and I've never ever wanted to sit down and watch that movie again.
I went to the theaters to watch it in 3D when I used to have both of my eyes good. I won a fucking the 3D when 3D TVs were like all the rage. I got the 3D Blu-ray shit. I love it. But I don't put it everywhere anymore.
During Kingdom Hearts, I just fucking go through that level real quick.
No, I love that movie. I'm not trying to convince you.
I'm not trying to convince you because you say Christmas Story sucks.
It does.
You say Christmas. Why does it suck?
No, I don't think it sucks. I just don't think it's as great as people make it seem to be.
Why not? I don't think fucking Nightmare Before Christmas is great. What's great about it? So, some fucking skeleton singing.
That's all it is. That's all it is to you. If that's all it is to you, then yeah, that's fine, dude.
Boogie Boogie. You know, people tell me to watch like The Princess and the Frog. That I really like it because I like.
Oh, I love that movie.
And I tried to sit down and watch it, and there's just something about when people start breaking out into song, even if it is like little animated characters.
You're just a cranky old man.
No, I just don't like musicals. No.
You're just cranky, bro. You don't like Mamma Mia?
Fuck Christmas.
Nah, I don't like Mamma Mia.
Oh, you mean ABBA?
You're just all mad. I like ABBA. I don't like Mamma Mia, the fucking musical.
ABBA was the first like really big pop artist.
They're sweet. They're Swedish.
They took over the world.
But don't be hating on Christmas, dude. Xmas.
How many years has it been since? How many times have you gotten 0 presents for Christmas?
Never. People love me, bro.
It happened to me 3 times.
Hey, that'll never happen as long as you're my friend.
Oh, fuck. I love you, Michael.
There you go. Don't fucking.
You wanna hear a Christmas story?
I guess. Let's see what is it? It is.
So okay, one time I went with some relatives. I'm not gonna say who it is because I know they watch it and they're listening to me right now.
Ah shit!
And I'm fucking ashamed of you because you know what I said about
First of all, dude, you have to calm down, bro. Breathe.
This is the airing of grievances part of Christmas.
Of Festivus.
We don't need drinking to let you know what's up.
The tradition of Festivus begins with the airing of grievances. I got a lot of problems with you people. Now, you're gonna hear about it. You, Kruger, my son tells me your company stinks.
Oh, God. So I went to my relative's house, and it's Christmas. It's actual Christmas Day, 25th. And tell me, come over, let's hang out, let's have some drinks, let's get together. We haven't hung out in a while. Okay, cool. These fools are already all trashed, right? They're already all wasted. And I'm like, you know what, if you're acting like this, I'm gonna bounce. Because it's not far from my house, I'm gonna leave. It's like Christmas in El Paso, so it's like 70 degrees outside and we don't care. So these fools, I leave and I come back and I bring more booze because they're like, hey, more people are here. Bring some more booze, like, you know, your cousins are here, whatever. So go there and these fools are walking, start smoking straight up rocks. And I'm like, man, this is the wackest Christmas ever in my life. I wish I could say your name, but you know that the beatdown I gave you after, I didn't hit you then. So I went to my homie's house. Shout out Rob Bass. Bass Rob, we love you, mijo. Shout out Adobe Disco in New Mexico. But went to his house and literally it was just me, another homie Catfish, and Rob. And I told him, I was like, look, wait, like, you know, my relatives started to get all stupid, really shitty Christmas. Can I just hang out here for like the next 2 hours? And they're like, yeah, dude. So we spent the whole Christmas day together, ordered takeout, did all these things. And you know what that experience taught me is that maybe it's not the people you're with, but the people who accept you in the house and invite you to things. Even, you know, it's Christmas and it's just like us playing music. It was just my homies playing music and my relatives over there fighting and smoking crack.
Yeah, that's what Christmas is about. Smoking crack. I'm just kidding. No, that's what Christmas is about, dude. It doesn't have to do with just getting gifts. Sometimes, dude, I feel better giving gifts than getting gifts.
Absolutely.
So, like, I mean, yeah, it's cool if you get some shit, especially if you get something that you were like, fuck, like, I really wasn't expecting this, you know, like, and, you know, you just, wow, they really thought about it, you know, like, they're really thoughtful, instead of, like, giving you just some, like, Dollar Tree, like, oh, here you go, I just bought whatever, and here you go. Like, I'd rather get something thoughtful, even if it's homemade, than some bullshit, you know, like, oh, here's a salt shakers.
I work at 5 different places, so I got, like, 3 different Secret Santas. And I was like, fuck.
And ours was the best.
Well, I hope you guys liked it.
Oh, you'll see.
Told me one.
You'll see it next
week.
week.
They gave me one day. He's like, we're gonna do it tomorrow. I was like, oh fuck. Like,
yeah, but we moved it. Then
you moved it on me, and I was already ready though.
Hey, it's cool. You nailed it right in the head, dude.
Did I really?
Yes.
Thank you, Mom.
So there you go. So don't stress about it. And that's what it's about, dude.
But the fucking ones from work, I'm stressed out too because I got some real hipster ass motherfuckers.
Because with my family, dude, at least for me, I don't get no surprises. I already know everything they're gonna give me because they're like, oh, you like this shit? Yeah, alright, that's your Christmas gift. And then they'll give me that on Christmas, but there's no surprise, man. And I'm just like, God.
That's because we're older, though.
Yeah, I know, but I like surprises.
That's why when you're older and somebody gives you socks,
I like socks, man.
It's a treat because you didn't know what they were gonna get you. And you're like, fuck yeah.
I'm like, I need fucking socks, man. These are all full of holes and shit. Grandma used to give me the sock.
Bro, is that a cuticle cutter? That's
Yeah,
exactly what I needed, my dude.
Fucking nail clipper.
But
Fuck,
no,
man.
I mean,
them nails are
I think
out of control.
my extremes of Christmas are like crazy drug stories, and like, cause I mean,
Maybe that's why you hate Christmas, bro.
and like extreme stories of like fun. Like
Well,
really
we had
fun
a good
times.
Christmas here, like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. We had the early Christmas.
So don't fucking stress about it. So with that, I know that like you're fucking all mad at Christmas, but I know that you have a good Christmas song somewhere inside of your dark heart.
A Christmas song.
What's your favorite Christmas song, dude?
Feliz Navidad.
Yeah, dude. Jose Felicianos, or you're gonna go with some boy
No.
with
what?
some cover bullshit?
No, what? How dare you?
'Cause people do that. People do that. Like you see.
Getting Christmas anchors again, homie.
Feliz Navidad is a good one. Jose Feliciano, he was blind. My brother, right there.
He was blind?
He was blind, dude. Jose Feliciano was a blind artist.
Wasn't he like he was some strange mix of people, right? Like he was a transplant from somewhere to America and then made that song as like a contest.
I
or
don't know
something. I know
his,
there's
like,
a weird
story,
there's a
but-
weird history to that story.
But I mean, mine, I think probably one of my favorites is the Paul McCartney. What's it called, dude?
All I Want for Christmas.
Exactly. It's a Christmas. The Wonderful Christmas Time. I think it's called The Wonderful Christmas Time. I think that's one of my favorites.
That's Paul McCartney?
It's a
Paul
wonderful
McCartney, really?
Christmas time. Yes.
I didn't even
It's like his #1 song on
Are you
Spotify,
serious?
apparently.
I didn't
Yeah.
even know that.
Yeah, well, I love that song, but I also love Fruitcake. What's the name from the B-52s? What's his name? The guy that like
Something.
No, the fucking
The
one-
singer.
Yeah, the one the
I'm
well,
passing down the rap.
yeah, that guy. He has like a song about fruit.
Christmas.
He has a song about fruitcake.
Put it in my mouth.
He's like, "What you making? Fruitcake! What you making? Fruitcake!"
Dude,
And then he just starts reciting the recipe for fruitcake, dude.
is it really?
Yeah, it's fucking hilarious. I'm gonna put a clip. I don't care if I get fucking copyrighted. I don't give a
Every year somebody comes out with funny Christmas ones, and what was it? It was Pat Boone.
Mhm.
Pat Boone made a Christmas album, but on that Christmas album there was like metal songs on there, like Crazy Train. Like he was doing all these covers, but he also had Christmas songs in there. And everybody's like, what the fuck kind of weird album is this? Where, I mean, even Cannibal Corpse, they had the Christmas album.
Dude, talking about covers, I just remember one that's fucking cool. Little Drummer Boy with David Bowie, dude. That one's a good one.
Oh, you're right. You're actually right about
I
that.
was like, that one's a good one, man. Christmas are the most covered songs. Come on, man. There's just
Well, everybody has to have a Christmas album.
way too many fucking covers. But I remember
Destiny's Child's Christmas album.
All I Want for Christmas. I know that it's a Mariah Carey, but My Chemical Romance does a pretty good rendition of that shit. And they made an original Christmas song for Yo Gabba Gabba. And they came out like in fucking full Christmas getup and shit. That one's a good song too, and it's a Christmas song, dude.
I'll be honest with you, My Chemical Romance has one of the worst David Bowie covers that them and fucking The Used did.
Oh, the Under Pressure? Yeah.
Oh my God.
I can't hate on it though because they
It's
did.
one of the worst ones.
Yeah, I can't hate on it because they gave all the money to the tsunami. That's what that song was for.
That's
what,
cool, but
That's why they did that song, because the tsunami had just happened,
really bad.
and all the money from that song, every single fucking penny went to the victims of that shit. So I'm not
Which
gonna hate on
tsunami?
it. The first one, the one that happened in
There's a
Japan.
tsunami all the time.
No, but that was like the really huge one when
The
it happened.
Fukushima
It was
tsunami.
like, yeah, it was like, and they gave all the fucking money, and they were like the biggest artists at the time. So I'm pretty sure they made a shitload of money with that song, because that's all it was. It wasn't in any of their CDs or anything. That song was specifically to make money for that shit.
I didn't even know that.
So
But still a terrible fucking.
I was like, I can't hate on it. I don't care, dude. Like, I mean, I hate that.
Just like Mariah Carey's.
That Michael Jackson shit.
Oh, what did Michael Jackson?
Well,
shit?
when they fucking did the whole, we are the world, we are the children. Like, come on, dude, that fucking song is terrible. But I can't hate on it because it was for all the children. Dude. So I can't.
It was like Teleton every year.
Yeah. So I can't. It sucks. That fucking song, I can't fucking listen to it. But
Or like that Francisco Reyes gentleman from Juarez that, people come out on the TV on 48 and they're like, this lady needs a surgery. Can somebody please donate $500? Like, maybe that's...
But a lot of fake people come out on that shit and get free money, dude. I hate begging for money, dude.
I remember that man would always stop by the airport and help people. I was really...
Why do you think I'm like so fucking hesitant to do the Patreon, dude? Because I feel like I'm begging people, like, give me money. And I mean, I know it's not that. I know that like we need equipment. Like, look at this shit.
You don't want the Patreon. He doesn't want the Patreon because he feels like we're selling out and we're trying to do something genuine. And I get it and I appreciate that. But
we do need to keep up with equipment.
Give a better show. Because we want to start doing guests and remotes and we don't have prompters and things. So the creep for Christmas, all he wants is some mic stands.
Look, I ain't gonna lie. We got a new camera right here.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't even used it.
Black Friday.
But this is like a cheap ass.
Stole it.
China. So it was cheap, dude. This is not like Sony or any of that shit. This is cheap, dude. We haven't even used it because I haven't gotten a hang of it. And I want to learn how to use it properly. But come on.
Thanks for the update, homie.
We need more money, and I'm not asking people, but I'm asking Ro.
You're asking?
I'm asking you, bro. Well, you have a job. I don't have a job.
So
this is my job, literally. So it's like,
hey, people, send
I won't be begging for money
because we're gonna do some auctions. We actually wanted to do some auctions for charity too, because
I wanted to do the thing, the donation for kids and shit.
Yeah.
But I kind of want to wait more, because I want to do it for Christmas, but I kind of want to wait a little bit more, just because I feel like we could do more, like later on when we do learn how to do the remotes and all that shit and the streaming, because right now it's just like in between shit, like Dr. Porn leaving, and then like Christmas happening right now. It's just crazy.
Well,
I'll figure it out.
Everybody who's been a part of the project when we started, thank you for watching. Everybody who still watches, thank you. Everybody who's gonna watch, thank you. But the reality is that it's a growing thing because you came into it with a certain idea. I came into it just fucking hanging by the seat of my
and then it became something totally different.
And it's something else. And the reality is that I appreciate. And this is what I was gonna say about Christmas. I have a bunch of shitty Christmas stories. I remember one year that so Salvation Army, right? Dudes that ring the bells and all that shit. So I was a little kid and I remember I was gonna go to the store and buy a strategy guide for, I think, Mortal Kombat 2. My cousins got Mortal Kombat 2. We didn't know the fatalities. We looked stupid, right? So go to the store.
Like, it's right there.
And there's a Salvation Army lady outside of Walmart. And I had like my $17 to buy my strategy guide. And I go over, right? And I have a big pouch of coins. Because I had to collect my change for like a month to be able to buy the strategy guide.
How much was this fucking strategy? Like $25?
It was $17.
God damn it.
It was a big Mortal Kombat move guide.
Dude, it's so weird. We used to pay $25 for a strategy guide. Now you can just go out and Google.
Yeah.
On YouTube and watch a playthrough.
So I go over and I remember I was like, well, I need $17 for this thing. So I was like, I'm gonna give you what I have left over, and I counted the change, and I was like, I had a nickel. Left over. I was like, here's the nickel, and I fucking walked in there, and I felt so douchey. I felt so fucking bad that I went in and bought my strategy guide and left, and the lady ringing the bell. Now every time I see the Salvation Army, I literally give them the change in my pocket. I make sure to at least put like $2 in there. Cause
I left my kid in that bucket.
I felt so bad.
I put my kid in there.
And I was just like, then I found out the Salvation Army does all this other crazy shit, so whatever. But anyways,
like they're anti-gay or some shit.
The best thing about Christmas is giving to people.
This Christmas is a good one, man. Come on.
It's gonna be cool.
So far.
We'll see.
It's gonna be bad, dude. I'll get you another gift if that's what it takes. You're like, it's gonna take way more than that, bro.
Bro, I'm not even fucking with Christmas.
You want some weed? We'll get you some weed, bro. You can come down.
I just smoke.
Yeah, but we get you some of that sweet kush.
I hope it's not part of the rap snack.
No, flavors. You see, you came in all fucking positive. Now you change your mind.
It's because we had a really bad experience earlier.
So they can watch that. So I don't know if it's out. I hope it's out. Maybe it. Yeah, I think it will. Okay. But anyways, what other Christmas shit? Is there any Christmas levels or in games or anything like that?
Christmas levels.
There's a thing. Remember Dreamcast, right?
Okay.
So when you bought the Dreamcast or whatever, before you started when it started the shit, I don't think it's a movie over. No, when it started the shit,
You put the date.
you put the date of what day. So when you were playing, like for example, I think this is the biggest example, but Ready to Rumble.
Okay.
On December 25th, it was all Christmas themed. Only December 25th. I mean, you can move it and just put December 25th whenever you want it on the clock. But I think that was cool. That like if you didn't know this, and all of a sudden you're gonna play Ready to Rumble on Christmas, which a lot of people did because it came around. That game came, I think, a little before Christmas. Ready to Rumble, and then you're on the ring and shit, and there's like all these Christmas trees around. That was fucking cool. And I think that I don't even know if there was other instances of that, because I know that they could do that shit. I know there's a Hitman free DLC that they had for Christmas for that game, and you played like, and you could dress yourself as Santa Claus and kill people. So I think that was cool. But I don't know if you can think of any Christmas.
I mean, okay, I played World of Warcraft for like 3 expansions. So obviously the Winter's Eve was a big festival. There's a lot of stuff to do, and I keep going back to like
People quit their lives for that game.
MMOs that I've played, and the Star Wars MMO, even like weird stuff like Tribal Wars, older like com stuff. I remember there always was a push for the Christmas, and the Christmas time is the fun time. Like the DC heroes. Even now, like you play PUBG, or you play what's that other one that people play?
Fortnite,
whatever that is.
Never remember.
So the Christmas Fortnite is basically Christmas.
Christmas
like
game.
It's like a Christmas ass game. I mean,
You're opening gifts.
I'm trying to think of a Christmas level in a game itself, like a very old school game that's.
I'm trying to.
That's just a total hard copy ass game. I think Chrono Trigger had a Christmas thing. If I remember correctly, one of the timelines was Christmas.
I'm trying to really think too of like Christmas. I think I kind of remember some. I think maybe like Brave Fencer Musashi.
Brave Fencer Musashi?
That was a Square game. Yeah, because it went through days.
Yeah.
So like when I was 9, you had to go to sleep and shit. But
I remember Final Fantasy Tactics had one level was a Christmas level.
I think Square did a lot of that, like of like seasons and like holidays and shit. Because probably Final Fantasy 7, how it had holidays. Like there was a lot of made up holidays too in those games.
I mean, the only real thing that I remember being very Christmassy is the Home Alone game for Nintendo.
Ah, fuck the Home Alone game, dude. Those games are terrible.
That was a legit puzzle. It was hard.
Terrible fucking game.
You had to survive 20 minutes in the house, actual 20 minutes, like with a real timer, and obviously, what's his name, Larry and Curly and Moe were chasing you.
But that shit.
The wet bandits. So these characters,
there's like frogs and fucking cats jumping at you and shit.
There's all types of things that mess you up, but when they catch you, the timer starts, and it's rare to know people who actually pass that game.
Just watch the Angry Video Game Nerd review of the Home Alone games with Macaulay Culkin in there. So like,
that's good money
right now.
That's really good money.
Watch that. Shout out. I'll fucking link it up in the fucking this week so they can watch it. It's probably funnier than us, but.
I hope so.
But I'm trying to think of like anything.
A straight
maybe Die Hard the game.
Nah.
I remember the
no. You know what happened?
Die Hard trilogy for the PlayStation.
You know what it was? Dinosaurs for Hire. If you pass that whole game on fucking extra hard, you got the Christmas level.
It's just a Christmas level.
There's a Christmas level in it.
And I was like, God damn, dude, fucking.
I think Toomba.
That's so weird, dude. That like Christmas is not as prominent in video games as like Halloween. Like. Halloween is everywhere and like fucking. Like, why do you think that is? That's fucking
Valentine's. I feel like there's a lot of Valentine's episodes.
And I was like, fucking. Because like
Didn't The Walking Dead, the Telltale game, have a Christmas?
I never
section?
finished that shit. I never. Like,
I know they had a Christmas
I had like
story.
the first season.
And I think Last of Us had a Christmas thing too.
The fucking what was I gonna say about like Christmas specials? Because we mentioned Christmas specials in the actual Christmas episode, but one of my favorite ones that I forgot to fucking say was the Masters of the Universe one. When like fucking Skeletor goes all soft and shit, and all of a sudden now he loves the kids. I always quote that shit because he's like he's trying to be evil to all the kids and shit. He's like, I don't give a shit, like whatever. But at the end he's like, I love the children, and he's like crying and shit. I'm like, are you serious, Skeletor? Like,
Skeletor was such had a diplomatic relationship to himself. Like,
but he didn't give a shit about anybody, not even about his henchmen. He didn't give a shit.
No, he sent them out to straight. It's like he was Cobra Commander.
He was treating everybody like shit.
You're human. You're fucking human cannon fodder.
That's why I fucking love Skeletor, dude. Because like truly, like you were saying about like these rap people that like come out and say like I don't give a shit. Skeletor truly did not give a shit. Like he treated Beastman like shit. He treated Trapjaw like shit.
Well, I mean, look who your homies are though. Like, you know, you got the kids that sit in the back of the class that aren't even listening.
This fool was an asshole to everybody.
Well, because those fools were dumb though. But Buzzkill,
but like so that moment in the Christmas special where he just like breaks down and he all of a sudden loves the kids. It's like, are you serious? It's funny though. I'm gonna put the clip just.
I'm legit.
He saved you?
Yes, I guess I did. I wish I knew why. I don't think I feel well.
Well, I think you're feeling the Christmas spirit, Skeletor. It makes you feel good.
Well, I don't like to feel good. I like to feel evil. Oh.
Don't worry, Skeletor. Christmas only comes once a year.
Thank goodness.
I'm trying to remember every single Christmas Ninja Turtles because I know there was a bunch of them. Because I can't remember them.
Because it's like the Simpsons have always like a Christmas, you know, like those that go throughout the year.
Well, the first episode of Simpsons is a Christmas.
We mentioned that, so I don't want to mention it again because.
Well, I'm trying to remember like real legit Christmas.
Because we mentioned Futurama, we mentioned that shit, we mentioned Will and Grace. What else did we mention? We mentioned like a bunch of shit, but like I just remember the Masters of the Universe one now.
You know what I remember though, and this might be a little strange. John Larroquette had a show, right? You know John Larroquette? He was Dan in Night Court.
I was like Night Trap.
Night Trap Court. So he was like this sleazy guy in Night Court, and then he got his own show, and then Betty White showed up, and Betty White wanted to do a Golden Girls episode, and I think it was a Christmas thing because they had to have a play for Christmas, and they did like the Golden Girls. So that's a weird episode where Betty White makes Dan and everybody like, you know, like all his homies dress up like the Golden Girl, and they had like a Golden Girls Christmas.
Oh, that's cool.
Like weird thing. Like I can't trying to pinpoint, but I just remember it having to be Christmas because it's like they were. It was for charity or something. You know,
so Star Wars Christmas, is it good or is it bad? It's terrible. What is that song with Chewbacca? Oh, and then they put lyrics to the Star Wars theme. I don't know if you can still watch it on YouTube. I don't think so.
I think they might have gotten taken down, but you know, for the infamy of the Star Wars Christmas special, like
what are these things, dude?
¿Qué es eso?
I don't like some.
Them guilds.
The fuck?
Those are from the actual like the cards when they look like that.
I actually got this shit on our birthday from somebody that I hate, so thank you.
That guy that you couldn't tell him anything.
It's one of my old band members, not the last band from. These fools kicked me out on Facebook, so that's all I'm telling you. I'm not even gonna mention the band
Merry
name.
Christmas.
Doesn't even exist anymore.
Merry Christmas.
I don't even think that it deserves.
You filthy animals.
Yeah. You know who I just scored? Nacho Libre Chase. There you go.
In the trade or what?
No, I fucking on eBay, dude. Like this fool was like, it has like a little thing on the corner, so like nobody wanted it apparently. So I was like, fuck it, $15. They were like, yeah. Hell yeah.
I need to get the Nacho Libre ones before they run out. You know,
You can find them.
you know what I remember of a Christmas episode too? Married with Children.
Married with Children was good.
It always had a Christmas episode, and you know I think I spoke
Wasn't he
about-
dressed like Santa Claus for the whole
He
episode?
was a Santa.
Yeah.
He was a mall Santa at the same time of working in the shoe store.
I remember
And
that shit.
at the end, he gets passed out, and they take his money to pay for the whole bar because it's like a Santa. All the Santas hang out and go to the bar, and
Now I remember there was even Full House, fucking Christmas.
but at the end of the Married with Children, this dude rips off the TV, and then he gives Peg a necklace, and the necklace says Ray, and she's like, "Why does it say Ray?" And like, "Oh, cause you're my ray of sunshine." And then like the TV has like a cord dangling out the side, and it's just like, "Yo, you had to get what you needed."
Married
to
with
get.
Children was awesome, dude. I used to love that fucking shit.
I love Married with Children.
The only one that didn't make it was Bud.
Oh, you mean Grandmaster B?
He's the only one that didn't make it, huh?
David Faustino tried to have a rap career, and he wasn't a bad rapper either. He was a socially conscious, very concise rapper.
Was he from like Malibu? Malibute?
No, you know, he tried to have like more
What happened?
East Coast flavor.
Did he stop acting and shit?
He wasn't trying to be. I think he did one or two
Because
movies.
Christina Applegate, we all know Christina Applegate.
Oh, she's Dottie.
We fucking Katie Seagal, come on, Sons of Anarchy, still producing
I love
shit.
Katie Seagal.
And she's
She's in one of my favorite Tales from the Crypt.
still
episodes.
fucking hot as hell, and she's old.
Yeah, absolutely.
And what's his name?
She's got that Angelica Houston thing. Where
Why the
Angelica
fuck did I
Houston-
forget the name of Ted? What's his name?
Pat O'Neill.
Yes, from Little Giants,
Little Giants, of course.
and he's still fucking working and shit.
Well, he's still on Modern Family, which I call Married with Children with Money.
Modern Family is a pretty good show,
It's just they have money.
and it has Sofia Vergara and the chick from Happy Gilmore. She's the mom.
Yeah, you're right. I thought about that the other day too, and I was like, "What the fuck is that?"
Yeah, I was like, she's in fucking. Modern Families are really good, and they have some good Christmas episodes.
You know what's weird is that I saw a recent episode, and the little baby
Yeah, he's a
is
kid.
now like 10 years
Well-
old, and I was like, "Damn, that show's been on for like 10 years now."
Well, me and my wife were saying that we literally watched everyone in that show grow up because, yeah, like the one that was a little girl is, I think she's like my daughter's age.
she's like 10 or 12 years
and
old.
now she's like a tween almost, and she's like 12, I think. Now.
I don't know. You know, I'm trying to. You got my brain going about all these like specials. MASH. I remember MASH.
So you see,
I
Christmas is not
remember-
such a bad thing.
But that's fuck
I'm trying to
MASH.
turn you around like Scrooge, man.
Cheers.
Come on, bro.
Cheers. What am I gonna do for Christmas?
There's good. You're welcome to come to my place, bro.
Thank you. I appreciate it. All I do is watch laser discs and order Chinese
You
food.
can come and have laser disc here with the family.
Okay, I'll bring the laser disc.
This looks like a silver record, but it's not a silver record. It's a laser disc. There's a movie on
I have
it.
like 50 of them.
You don't gotta fight. We just got well, my mom got a new TV, so we're gonna put a TV now in the living room.
Dang.
So come on, man. Like, we can have some fun, dude.
Whatever. Then why don't you like Christmas Story then? It's so
What does that
Christmassy.
Christmas story have to do with?
I don't know.
I mean, there's a lot of Christmas movies that I don't like. That doesn't mean I don't like Christmas.
And my heart melted, and it grew 3 times.
To me, it's Jingle All the Way. And a new Christmas classic for us in this household.
Krampus.
It's a lifetime fucking movie. Is it Lifetime? Is that the name of the channel? Yeah, it's Lifetime, right? A Grumpy Cat's Christmas.
What?
A Grumpy Cat's Christmas is a great Christmas movie.
Is it animated?
No, dude,
It's a real
It's
cat?
Grumpy Cat.
What?
and the voice is what's her name from fucking Child's Play? From
Tiffany, whatever.
Parks and Rec. No, the one that's always
Aubrey Plaza.
Aubrey Plaza, dude.
Oh, she's a thought.
Dude, it's her voice, so it fits with Grumpy Cat, man.
Yeah, okay.
And it's a great fucking movie, dude. I never thought that I would like a Lifetime movie. I even bought it at Best Buy like not 2 days ago for $3. And it's a great movie. So watch that shit, dude. Like, that one is good. It's really good for what it is. I thought it was gonna be like this bullshit movie, but we love Grumpy Cat. I mean, I know she's dead.
I remember, and you know what I think is the classic trope is the Christmas Carol.
Yeah,
thing
they're
in
all
every
going.
episode.
Well, they do the
every cartoon.
they do the whole
Every
you're
comic
grumpy
book.
and hate it. That's what we're trying to do in this episode, man. Come on,
Fuck that.
go around, go
But
around.
you know,
Come on,
but-
I'm little
but-
Timmy, bro.
do you really? What
tiny Tim.
do you like the Jim Carrey Grinch?
No.
Why not?
Do you like the Michael Myers Cat in the Hat?
Fuck.
Ah, so there you go, you son of a bitch. You can't fucking throw that shit
Okay,
at me.
well, I
I like the animated Grinch.
Yes.
That one is good.
I was gonna say I don't have a distinct
No,
like,
those-
or dislike.
Those shits, those fucking movies, they add so much in between
Yeah.
jokes and like ad libbing that it just kills the whole fucking thing, dude. It just kills it. Like,
Well, no. Well, you can't compare Jim Carrey's Grinch to Mike Myers' Cat in the Hat. Like that's.
they're the same producer.
And
they're the
you're
same
talking
shit.
about
No,
Joaquin
man.
Phoenix's Joker and fucking Jared
Watch-
Leto's Joker.
watch-
Let's just get real about
If
it.
you watch the Grinch, the cartoon, and even the one that came out, the CGI one, those are way better, dude, than some fool
CGI
with a costume.
Oh, that's a recent one, huh?
Yeah. I don't know what we're talking about.
Um,
We're talking about Christmas shit.
I was just trying to look at like the least traditional stuff, but Rocky 4? Rocky 4 is a
And
Christmas
Eyes Wide
movie?
Shut.
Eyes Wide Shut? Lethal Weapon? Are you serious?
Lethal Weapon. Wow.
Falls around Christmas time. Life of
What
Brian is considered a Christmas movie?
Well, Life of Brian goes through a bunch of shit, you know? That's what I don't know.
I think it's supposed to be like the retelling of Jesus, if you will. But isn't
But
that
funny.
the meaning of Christmas?
But funny.
I guess. I don't know. I do love Life of Brian. But at the same time, that's a weird ass one too.
Life of Brian is a pretty good one. I like the Holy Grail better, though. I think everybody loves the Holy Grail better. I'm not gonna say everybody, but most people.
I like Meaning of Life.
The meaning,
Meaning
of
of
life,
Life
is
has
pretty
a real deep meaning.
good. It has a, the meaning of life has a lot of meaning.
Fuck Christmas.
You haven't changed. We haven't changed too. Come on, bro.
I'm never gonna change, baby.
You're gonna have to change.
What do I say?
Huh?
Stay sweet. Don't change.
It's gonna change to stay sweet. Please change.
Please change a little bit.
Please change a little bit for the good.
Please change in front of.
Come on, dude. You hate Christmas, but all these kids that need Christmas. What about them kids?
What about them kids? Shit.
You don't give a shit?
I need Christmas too. They don't know about nothing.
You'll have a Christmas.
They're happy with a bag of marbles.
I mean, some kids. Not my kid. You give her a bag of marbles, she's gonna beat the shit out of you with it.
That's a good life lesson to learn. That's not even a joke. We're gonna get into Home Alone real quick.
Home Alone.
Tripping
Which
down
one?
the stairs all fucked up.
Home Alone 1 or 2?
Dude, I don't know, man.
Lost in New York or Lost in your own home?
Lost in my house is what I call
That
it.
huge ass fucking house.
Every time I'm depressive as fuck, I'm just lost in my house wandering around.
What's the name of the brother or the cousin that's a bully to fucking Kevin? What the fuck is his name, dude?
He has
The one with the tarantula and shit.
That's a brother, no?
No, that's a cousin. The only brother is a little brother.
No. They all live in that fucking giant house.
Yeah. That's where the other people live too. The other two adults.
That's the mom and the dad.
And the other two adults, the one that's pelon, you remember, and the other, the blonde lady.
It was a joint family? Are you
Yes.
serious?
Dude.
No.
Dude,
I thought that was all the kids.
It's the uncle and the aunt and then the two.
All right, we're gonna fact check this because I don't know.
Dude,
like
I
I
used
said,
to
I
watch-
think Christmas has a lot of misconceptions. Home Alone, family members,
But they're all rich
family
people.
tree.
The family tree. They're all rich people. That's why we don't.
No, that's the brother. The brother is the brother.
Yeah, but the uncle and the other, they're there too. But what's his name though? The fucking bully guy.
Buzz,
Buzz.
Frank,
Buzz.
Frank and Leslie.
You see? I'm telling you, bro. You don't remember them, man? Come on, man. Come on, man.
Christmas lost its
Cheese
luster with me
pizza,
a long
bro?
time ago. I think you go through phases in Christmas, and at least my phases were being a little kid, enjoying getting off of school for an hour, being happy, right? You're like you're not in school for 3 weeks. I get some presents. Then you get older, and you stop getting presents, and you start have to give other people presents, and it's kind of weird because.
So you just want presents?
I feel like I always work on Christmas every year.
Well, don't work on Christmas.
I've worked every year. I'm Christmas, New Year's, my birthday.
I worked Black Fridays. I worked Christmas too, man. But that
You
didn't
said
ruin
you
me.
don't work.
Does it? Not right now, but I
Okay.
did, and it
Well,
didn't ruin me.
I'm not saying it ruined me. I'm saying Christmas takes a different meaning. It takes the meaning of double pay. It takes the meaning of the busiest season.
It
And
is.
then you get older again. And
There's
you
a
have
shitload of
kids.
traffic everywhere.
Then
You
you
go to
start-
the fucking store. There's like huge lines everywhere. I know.
I
know.
stay away from that.
But being at home, I think that's the best. The best. Because in summer, I don't like to stay at home. It fucking sucks. It's all hot and shit. I mean, I know like all air conditioner or whatever. Not the same shit, dude. Like, you know, you can like lay down naked there and it's all you can do. I'd rather have like all my fucking.
I love the winter time, and I do. I love tamales. You know, I have a thing. I remember going to Juarez with all my extended family and like a really shitty house, but it was the funnest thing. Like, you know,
So then why you hate
the
Christmas?
the tinsel. I just think you get older and you start doing Christmas for other people. You know, Christmas becomes another thing. I remember once I worked at a bar, and the owner, who was a friend of mine for years, told me, we're not gonna make it through December because we're not gonna be able to pay our taxes and do whatever, right? So I was like, well, how much is taxes? And it's all like, it was like $18,000 or whatever. I was like, we can make 18,000. Like, you know, it's a bar. Like, you have to sell things. Like, it's book shows. So we booked all these shows, right? We split the month in half. Boom, boom, boom. We had Nightmare Before Christmas. Every year is the Nightmare Before Christmas where everybody's drunk uncle has to go out to the bar. I don't know. It's just, to me, Christmas is such a weird mix of things. It's like, you're stuck at home. You want to have fun. You really can't do too much because it's too cold. But I love the cold. So I'm always out on Christmas. I'm always out doing stuff. I want to go to the parties. I don't want to. I remember last year I was working up in Santa Fe a lot. And that was freezing cold. And that was fun. What is that, a vagina?
It's a fucking flower, dude. I don't know. I was trying to put something, but it got stuck. Anyways, so I tried, guys. I tried to change them.
You can't change it.
But you gotta admit that this Christmas is gonna be better.
This Christmas is going to be better. It's cool. We have a lot of stuff to look forward to next year.
So then don't fucking hate.
The fuck Christmas.
We're moving on to Xmas. I don't believe in Christ.
Xmas.
Xmas. Yeah, it's all about Xmas. So with that said, I think we're like over an hour. We should have ended this before the first break.
We got that bump in the
We
middle.
should before the first break. But anyways, with that said,
All right.
Hopefully we'll see you guys in the Christmas episode, the actual Christmas episode, where you're not cranky at all.
I'm not. Because I'm having a good time.
You're having a good time.
It's because them snacks mess me up. Sorry, y'all.
For reals, man. But well, you'll see what snacks. But I feel like we didn't talk enough shit about those snacks in the actual episode.
I think because
it wasn't until later on that we realized how shitty they were.
we couldn't talk. Like, I mean, we're sitting there with the bag, and I'm like, oh, like, watch that episode because
Too sweet.
It fucked up my Christmas mood. I'll tell you that much. I usually love Christmas.
Now it's all barbecue-y and cheesy.
Now it's all like your mask is all messed up.
Well, go watch that fucking episode. It's probably out there already.
I'm hangry.
But we're hangry too. So
I want tamales. What's your favorite tamal?
What do you mean?
What's your favorite tamal?
Fucking chile rojo. Dude.
Chile rojo. Okay.
Well, I even like the rajas. with
At least you're not
queso.
one of those weirdos that likes sugar.
I don't like that one, dude. I don't fucking-
Why does everybody hate sugar?
I don't hate. I mean, I'm not diabetic. Am I supposed to love sugar?
Do you like fruitcake?
Yeah, I love fruit.
I love fruitcake too.
Everybody's like,
Buñuelos.
hey, even the pecan pie, dude. A lot of people hate it. I'm good with it. I only eat a little bit, not too much. But fruitcake is the best, especially when it's like extra hard and like fucking crumbly. I don't know why. Like,
You know, my real favorite thing about the holidays is getting everybody together.
so there you go.
Seeing
So you
everybody.
see, you see.
Although I have a lot of shit I want to talk
Okay,
to you
look.
about, I still like to see you though.
But
I like to see everybody in town. people come in from out of town and you haven't seen them in 5, 6, 7 years.
I like these discussions we have. Man. You see, like, so that's what it's all about, dude.
That is what it's all
I don't
about.
care if you like
Until the snake tequila comes out.
if I hate a movie or whatever, and then you're like, "What? Are you serious?" At the end of the day, dude, who cares? They're fucking movies. Like, come on, dude. I'll sit there and watch it with you,
Just to watch it?
just to hate on it, like with you there.
You have to. You have to. I think, that's the real Christmas is...
That I always spoil that shit with my kids. Though. Like, if my wife likes something, dude, I'll fucking like shit on it so bad that my daughter will be like, "Yeah, it is shitty." And I'll be like, I gotcha. But anyways, with that said, click like, share, subscribe. Follow Sucio at Love Sucio on Instagram. Follow us at Night Trap Podcast.
Night Trap Podcast, baby.
Facebook, the link is there. Just click on it, press a little like. And,
Yes, please.
And
we're gonna be posting more memes and stuff. I don't know. I don't want to flood your shit with memes, and then I kind of do. It's really weird.
You should do it because
I try to not.
You should do it because all the interesting memes I see are from you.
Okay.
I was like, who put? Oh, I was Ro. Okay, so
thank you.
So I try too. I try to put some shit every
know
now
you
and then.
do.
So just keep posted. Next year is gonna be a big year. Hopefully we'll have a little New Year's episode before this, I guess. And after that we can
What do you
concentrate
think? You think
again.
this is the last one or what?
No, no, because this is a week before Christmas, and then we have the Christmas one.
Dude, I don't.
And
Christmas
then after
goes
that,
so fast.
and then after that, no, yeah,
That's the weird
after
thing
the
about
Christmas,
this year.
it might be the last one.
How did
We'll
this
see.
year go by so quickly?
I don't know. It feels like I started this fucking podcast to me like 3
I
years
saw-
ago.
I
Dude.
literally saw the first message you sent me, and it was like August something, the beginning of August.
So there you go.
It's already
And we
been
had
six-
we
it's
had
already been 6 months.
we had tried to start this years ago,
Yeah.
but it finally came through. So with that said, keep at it, and
Merry Crimbus.
Merry Krampus.
And if you want to wrestle me for Festivus, I'm waiting, baby.
I won't. The Festivus for the rest of
The
us.
Festivus for Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. If you don't see any other episode, stay sweet, don't change. Have a great summer. Keep in touch.
And fuck Trump.
Even understands. Kumare sing kumpadre su and dance so talented.